Namaste. Aye, please come in. You are welcome into my space. And let me tell you, there is a reason why you are watching me at this very time. You need relaxation. Perhaps you are going through something which causes you to have nightmares, be fearful, uneasy, and restless. So, I believe everything happens for a reason. And with that, I am going to start a small protective ritual that is going to make you feel better instantly. It is going to raise your vibrations. It is going to remove all evil, dark, negative forces. And it is going to make you feel safe, purified, loved, and protected. Yes, my friends, this is the name of Hinduism. Hare Krishna. So, before I start, I would like to know your name so that I know who I am talking to. Please, what is your name? Okay. Nice to meet you. My name is Madhuri. Yes, like that Bollywood star, Madhuri. Yes. Well, I would like to. I'm sorry. I'm just really sensing a lot of negative energy around here. Have you been dealing with something heavy lately? I see. Okay. Well, don't worry. I have a couple of incense that I would like to share with you. Maybe you can help me find out which one to use for this small little session that we are going to do. Okay, so I have two of these. This is Satya Agarbatti incense. Would you like to smell it? Okay. Yes, it's quite powdery. It is like a Naga Champa. It is a white flower, right? And of course, these are very good incense. It just raises the vibration instantly. And the other one is called Ayurvedic Stress Relief. Take a look. Which one do you feel called to? Just follow your heart, your intuition, and let me know. Okay? Everything is about intuition. One or two. Which one do you feel drawn to? One or two? Okay. Perfect. So, as I light the incense, my friend, I would like you to focus on the very issue that is causing you distress, that is causing you to be so nervous and think about, reoccurring bad thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to light this incense for you. And I'm going to make sure it is in your direction. Okay. Do you smell it? It smells good, no? Yes. It is actually very, very light scented compared to some of the other ones we have at the Indian stores and temples. Of course, they use more than just one. but I think for one session this is very good. Okay, can you tell the vibration has changed in the room? Good. It is going to take some time, but nevertheless, we're going to work on it. And let me offer you something to drink. Okay, I don't want to be a bad guest, host to my guest. Sorry. So I have some tea, and so this is actually relaxing time for us, night time. I would like to offer you some sleep time tea, if that is okay. I hope the incense is not bothering you. It's fine. Okay. So I have this Ayurvedic sleep tea. It is actually very, very good. I'm going to be honest. The taste is not very delicious, okay, but it's Ayurvedic infusions, and it is very, very good because the ingredients, my friend, are very unique. Okay, ingredients that you are not going to find in any other store for a sleepy time tea. Go to cola leaf, orange peel, lavender flower, cinnamon bark, licorice root, cardamom seed, and chamomile flower. So yeah, it is just it's quite strong. So are you sure you want to try it, or no? Water? Okay, we can stick to water, it is not a problem. Let us get into the nitty gritty here, because I was connected with you because I had intuition. I had an intuition that I should do something like this to help, you know, my friends, and do some kind of small protection cleansing session, right? And as you know me, I usually don't do that very often. I like to stick to myself and just do it for my own. But today I'm going to share. Okay, I'm going to share the love, I'm going to share the protection, because all the love and protection we are given by the deities. So have you heard about Ma Durga? Okay, well, let me tell you, this is Ma Durga. Okay, this is a beautiful picture of Ma Durga, and I'm going to read to you what she is known for. And I am going to read to you what she is known for. As you can see, she is sitting on a lion. Okay, so my intuition today calls for Ma Durga. We have a lot of deities in Hinduism and a lot of gods. Okay, but today I felt like we should call upon her. So before I start, let me read to you. Durga is an all-powerful and fierce goddess. Her birth was extraordinary, and so was her purpose. This book retells after her story, where this warrior goddess has defeated the forces of evil time and again to protect the world. That is all you need to know. And she's also called Ma Sheravali because she sits on a lion. Now there is a lot of stories, that I can read to you. But before we start, my dear, I really feel like I need to find out what is going on. What is it that is bothering you? Okay, because then we can kind of, ask her energy to come inside the room. And can you sense this lightness, this positivity? Yes. So this is what the gods like. Let me see where to start. Okay, so I think I'm going to read to you some of the stories. And we are not going to finish all of it, but I'm going to start reading a little bit, okay? So let's begin with Durga. Mahishasura, the king of Asuras, performed rigorous penance to appease Lord Brahma. Pleased with his austerities, Brahma finally appeared before him and said, "Ask me for a boon." Mahishasura said, "Lord Brahma, if I must die, let it be at the hands of a woman." Brahma granted him the boon and disappeared. Mahishasura was ecstatic at becoming immortal. He considered woman weak and helpless without the ability to kill him. In no time, he gathered his army and attacked Amaravati, Deva's kingdom. Indra, the king of Devas, challenged Mahishasura and hurled his thunderbolt at him. The thunderbolt did not affect Mahishasura, and he defeated Indra with ease. The Devas fled the battlefield and lived in exile. Now we come to the creation of goddess Durga. Okay, so Mahishasura, it is such a difficult pronunciation, conquered all that lived in no time. He ordered everyone to worship him as the supreme god. The Asuras, under his reign, tortured and killed the saints and devotees who worshipped the Devas. Unable to bear the cruelties of the Asuras, the Devas sought help in Lord Shiva and went to Kailash mountain. Hearing their pleas, bright rays of light came from Shiva, Vishnu, Indra, Brahma, and other Devas' wrathful faces. The lights united and formed a female form with 10 arms. She was goddess Durga. Filled with hope, the Devas said, "Devi, you are the beginning of all worlds, the inner force and the foundation of all strength. You are Durga, please help us. Destroy Mahishasura and protect everyone." The goddess was ready to meet Mahishasura. Then, loaded with weapons given to her by all the gods, she went forth to meet the invincible Mahishasura. Okay, so this is some of the paintings I would like to show you. Okay, and this is Ma Durga and the gods in the background. Okay, and the blue one here is Shivji. Next page. Durga fights Mahisha's army. Changing towards the army of the Asuras, riding a lion and loaded with celestial weapons, Durga emitted a blood-curdling roar, ready to seek out and destroy Mahishasura. As Durga marched forward, the world shivered. The sky grew dark, and the sea went still. The sight made Mahishasura miss a heartbeat. He rushed out of his palace and saw the goddess shaking all 3 lokas. Seeing his arrogant face, Durga said, "I have come to fulfill Brahma's boon." "You wanted to die at the hands of a woman, didn't you? Come and fight me." Mahishasura replied, "Oh, a woman will fight me? I have defeated Indra and the other devas. Who are you? You are beautiful. You should marry me." Durga shouted in anger, "You foolish evil! Come fight me and marry your death." Outraged, Mahishasura called his army and ordered them to kill Durga. As commanded, the Asuras hurled various weapons at her. Without flinching, Durga summoned her army. As she breathed, thousands of battalions came into being with her power. Soon, the sky was filled with strong weapons, and spears were being showered from both sides. Durga's army followed her, and they destroyed thousands of asuras. Burning with rage, Mahishasura said, "I will crush this monstrous woman and her army." Beautiful pictures, You see, so you're going to see the rage, you see the power, you see the spirit of Ma Durga. She was fierce, and this is how she has been depicted in a lot of artwork and paintings. Have a look. It is really beautiful because I think every deity, every deva in Hinduism has a story to tell. And it's not just a story that has a meaning, a lesson for us to learn. So I'm feeling like you needed to hear this, and yes, use this for yourself because everybody needs some words of wisdom. Shall we continue? Okay. Durga kills Mahisha. Infuriated, Mahishasura took the form of a buffalo, charged forth, snorting and bowling. He trampled Durga's army and pounded them with his tail, killing all that came in his way. Durga looked at the sight and enraged. She flung a strap at the buffalo. Mahishasura stopped himself and transformed into a lion and attacked the Devi. With her trident, Durga chopped off the lion's head. However, Mahishasura again rose in his actual form and charged. Then he became an elephant and towered at Durga's mount with his trunk. Durga slashed off the trunk with a sword. Mahishasura again appeared as a buffalo and rushed forward with rage and said, "No one can kill me. I am invincible." Looking at him, Durga said, "You fool, soon the devas will roar in triumph at the very place where you will be slain." Mahishasura charged at her in anger once again, but Durga leapt upon him and pinned him down. He struggled to free himself as half of his body emerged from the mouth of a buffalo. Negating his efforts, Durga raised her sword and struck off his head, killing the great Asura. As his body lay on the ground, the Asura army too perished. Seeing the victorious Durga, the Devas cheered. "Durga, destroyer of evil, we are thankful to you. Continue to protect us, Devi." Durga replied, "Whenever you need me, I will come." So, my friend, this is such a powerful statement. The entire story is beautiful. But the last thing, the very last thing Durga said, I think you needed to hear that. So call upon Durga if you're feeling weak, if you require strength and power. Because if you think about it, every goddess, every deity is made for protecting us, but also delivering justice, peace, and every devta, devi has some kind of, a cause, a reason, a purpose, and they love us. So if you call on them and if you're being sincere and honest and open your heart to them and make your home a clean, welcoming environment, they will come to you. But you have to understand that if you're holding a negative aura, or let's say if you're feeling very heavy yourself and you don't clean your home, you don't want to decorate it or add the flowers, use the incense or fruits for welcoming them, then how do you think they will come to your place? It is like being a host. If you invite somebody, you want to make sure you have enough room in your home. It is clean, it is comfortable, it is inviting, all of that. So the same thing goes for the devis as well. So If you want to call upon Lord Shiva, you know, you should make sure that you have a shivling. You can add milk on it and you can ask him to come to help you. It is all their spirit, and Hinduism is a very beautiful religion. It is filled with love, color, care for one another. I'm not going to sit here and badmouth any religion, but I'm going to say that Hinduism is very loving. It is truly the place where everyone can find a God for them. I've seen people that were more into Shiva, compared to others that wanted Kalima. Yet she is very strong, and also in other states of India, they pray to her more often and they have a lot of more temples for her. Of course, Ganesh ji, he rules over Mumbai, we say, but of course, he can be anywhere, anytime, if you call upon him. So I like to make these little conversations like a story. In this beautiful little booklet, I have some more stories that I could read to you. So I am going to let this sit aside and let you rest, my friend. What do you say? Oh, you want another story? Okay, well, I am not going to be the one to say no. Let's just go to the next page, right? Okay, good. Ambika gets a marriage proposal. In time, the evil Asuras returned and attacked heaven once again. Shumba, the Asuras' lord, drove out the Devas, including Indra, and took control over everything. Chanda and Munda, commanders of Shumba, followed the Devas to find out where they would go. The Devas went to Mount Himavat and prayed to goddess Durga. Devi, protector of the virtuous and the light of the universe, overthrows Shumba and his evil army to restore uprightness. Goddess Durga, in the form of Ambika, appeared at Himavat. Chanda and Munda reached there too, but seeing Ambika, they did not bother about the Devas. Stunned, hold on, let me see. I have to show you this because look at this. How beautiful she is. So beautiful. Stunned by Ambika's beauty, both Chanda and Munda thought she was fit to be married to their master. So they approached her and said, Shumba, the great lord and the three worlds who retains incomparable fortune, wants to marry you. Ambika said, it's not that easy. I am bound by a vow that I had taken a long time ago. I will only marry the man who can defeat me in battle and humble my pride. Aggravated, Chanda and Munda returned to their master to inform him of Ambika's stubbornness and ridiculous vow. So look at Chanda and Munda right there. And there she is. So it is a very beautiful one, of course. Wow, it is truly giving me shivers. So, my friend, I'm going to read the last page of this story so we can finish up the story. And then, of course, there are other stories, and I was talking about Kalima, and she's also in this book. So if you want, next time you can come over and I can sit down with you and read to you the other stories as well. What do you say? Okay, perfect. Death of Dhumraochana. Shumba agrees to fulfill Ambika's wish for a battle. He turned to Dhumraochana, one of his commanders, and ordered him to bring Ambika to his palace by force and to kill whosoever intervenes as her savior. Dhumraochana met Ambika and said, "O woman, come with us. Our great lord Shumba is waiting for you. If you don't come by yourself, I will have to take you by force." Pretending to be scared, Ambika replied, I must fight him. Hearing this, Dhumrao Chana rushed at her with his sword. Ambika, meanwhile, emitted a sound with absolute contempt for the Asura, and at once he turned to ashes. Watching their commander turn to ashes, the Asuras started to flee. Chanda and Munda tried stopping them. We have been ordered to capture this maleficent woman. We will not give up. She is alone and we are many. Ambika, seated on a lion, was surrounded by the Asuras. Looking at them, she scowled, and from her forehead came a light, which created goddess Kali. Mighty Kali stormed at the Asuras and crumbled them to death. Chanda hurried towards Kali, grumbling about feeding her to the vultures, but instead he was seized by his hair and beheaded instantly by Kali. Minutes later, his brother Munda met the same fate. Smiling at Kali, Ambika said, Since you have killed Chanda and Munda, you will be known Chamundi. So they made those two names together. So I'm just going to show you these two pictures because I love Kali Ma. Very, very fierce and powerful she is. Look at her. This is the lion. And here we have some more, as you can see. So everything else is going to be for the next time, if of course you wish to come over and have another relaxing session with me, and of course if I can be of any help. But before we do that, I would like to know, how have you been feeling? Do you feel any better? Good. That is amazing. Okay. Well, so my friend, rest well. Thank you so much for letting me have this pleasure, this honor to share Ma Durga's story with you. And if you want, please let me know. If you really want to know about the stories of the many gods in Hinduism, for me to meet up with you and read you the stories of the other gods, leave a comment and let me know what you think. Thank you so much. Hari Om.